The MotoGP world has been shaken up again. Marc Márquez, a figure once doubted and shrouded in question, has once again captured the world's attention with his return to the track in his first practice session with Ducati. This wasn't just an ordinary test session. It was a clear sign that the legend isn't finished yet, especially with Valentino Rossi joining in and heating up the paddock atmosphere. Could this be the beginning of Marc Márquez's comeback to dominate MotoGP again? Let's discuss. After months away from the racetrack and the spotlight, Márquez finally returned to what he missed most, riding a sports bike on asphalt. This moment was emotional and meaningful for the future of MotoGP in 2026. On Thursday, January 8, 2026, the racing world was shocked by the news that Márquez had participated in a closed practice session at the Aspar circuit in Valencia. It was his first time training on asphalt since he suffered a severe right shoulder injury at the 2025 Indonesian MotoGP. The injury occurred on October 5, 2025, after heavy contact with Marco Bezzecchi at the Mandalika circuit. The impact forced Márquez to undergo surgery and a rigorous recovery period. He was completely banned from riding a motorcycle for weeks to ensure his shoulder's structural and functional recovery. Before returning to asphalt, Márquez warmed up with a motocross session on a Ducati MX in Alcanis. This training session in Valencia, however, was his first real step back into the world that made his name. During this closed session, Márquez rode a Ducati Panigale 5.2, a production supersports motorcycle chosen for its more physically friendly characteristics. With around 155 horsepower, this bike was considered ideal for evaluating Márquez's shoulder condition and fitness level without taking too much risk. This training was no joke. Ducati Corse provided full support, including Davide Tardotti, the manager of the Ducati Lenovo team, and the factory's technical team. They were there to ensure that every detail of the training session was safe and under control. Márquez wasn't alone. He trained alongside Alex Marquez and the talented young rider Fermín Aldeguer. Although Aldeguer broke his left femur after falling, the riders remained united and supportive. In his official Instagram post, Marc Márquez wrote optimistically and meaningfully, "Riding for the first time in 2026, back on the bike and regaining the good feeling." The sentence may sound simple, even short, but for MotoGP fans, every word felt like a wake-up call. This wasn't just another post. It was a symbolic message from a champion turning over a new leaf. Although it wasn't an official session or a MotoGP test on the calendar, the signal was clear and strong. Márquez wasn't finished yet. The legend was still around, still hungry, and eager to prove that his great story on the track wasn't over. Ducati has reportedly prepared a follow-up session at the Algarve circuit in Portimao at the end of January 2026. This technical circuit, characterized by extreme ups and downs, was chosen for a reason, as it is considered ideal for further testing Marc Márquez's racing instincts. There, Márquez is scheduled to test the Panigale 5.4S, a motorcycle with a more aggressive character and a riding sensation that is increasingly close to a MotoGP prototype. For Ducati, this session goes beyond simply ensuring the rider's physical fitness. It is a crucial moment to understand Márquez's true potential, gauge his adaptation to the powerful machine, and see how well the 8-time world champion's instincts can still dictate the rhythm on the track. All the data and impressions from Portimao will be crucial for Ducati ahead of the 2026 season, which has been predicted from the outset to be one of the most competitive and brutal in the last decade. Marc Márquez's return to the track also prompted a response from his longtime rival, Valentino Rossi. Rossi's opinion still carries significant weight in the MotoGP paddock. In comments that have circulated widely within MotoGP circles, Rossi stated, "Marc isn't the type of rider who rides a bike just for regular testing. If he's back on the track, it means he's ready to race. Injuries can slow the body down, but they never stop his racing instincts." This statement immediately heated up the atmosphere. Rossi even asserted that Marquez's return to Ducati could be the most dangerous combination in modern MotoGP, because Ducati provides the best bike and Marquez provides a winning mentality. If he fully recovers, all the other riders had better be prepared. This comment emphasized one thing: Marquez's comeback isn't nostalgia, but a real threat. Marc Márquez's return to the test track didn't escape the attention of his Ducati teammate, Francesco Bagnaia. As the world champion and Ducati's main representative in recent seasons, Bagnaia's comments were highly anticipated, and his response only further intensified the situation. In a statement to Italian media, Bagnaia acknowledged that Marquez's return was more than just news. It was a strong signal that Ducati's internal rivalry was entering a new phase. Marc's return to the bike after a long injury is a testament to his mentality. Not every rider can do that, he said. However, Bagnaia's tone was not just praise. He also emphasized that Marquez's presence would alter the dynamics within the Ducati garage. If Marc is back and feels comfortable on the bike, the standard at Ducati will automatically rise. That means we all have to work harder. Bagnaia refused to call the situation a personal threat, but acknowledged that Marquez brings his own pressure, even before the season starts. He's a rider who can go fast as soon as he clicks with the bike. Ducati knows that. We know that. All the rivals know that, he continued. Marc Márquez's return to the test track was about more than just recovering from injury. The domino effect was immediately felt throughout the MotoGP paddock, triggering a chain reaction of responses from manufacturers, riders, and even long-time rivals who are rethinking their strategies for the 2026 season. According to internal sources at Ducati, the Borgo Panigale factory is preparing a special ergonomics and setup package to adapt Marquez's extreme style to the characteristics of the latest generation Desmosedici. Unlike Francesco Bagnaia, who is known for his smoothness and precision, Marquez relies on aggressive braking and extreme control at the limit of traction. Ducati sees this as a golden opportunity for motorcycle development, not a risk. A senior Ducati technician stated, "If our bike can suit both Bagnaia and Marquez, it means we have the most complete package in MotoGP." This statement emphasizes that Ducati is not choosing one rider, but is ready to use internal competition as its primary weapon. Interestingly, Valentino Rossi made another comment that immediately attracted attention. This time, he did not solely focus on Marquez. Rather, he emphasized the significant impact Marquez's presence has had on the MotoGP ecosystem as a whole. MotoGP needs a figure who makes everyone nervous, and Marc does just that. Marc does just that. When he returned, everyone started working harder. "That's good for the sport," Rossi said. Even his greatest rival acknowledges that MotoGP feels much more alive and intense when Marquez is on the track. His presence isn't just about speed or winning. It's about creating a domino effect that forces rivals, teams, and even manufacturers to raise their standards to the highest level. How dangerous would the Ducati plus Marquez combination be if he were 100% physically fit? Let us know your thoughts below,